Hi, I'm Tien Nguyen, and I'm one of this year's creators in residence. I've been looking at the library's menu collection as part of my project, and with the Olympics coming in 2028, I thought it'd be really fun to take a look at some of the menus from the last time LA hosted the games, which was back in the summer of 1984. I'm wearing this very cool, nifty pin. This is an official Olympics pin, and it says Hospitality Pledge Participant. At the time of the Olympics, the city and the Olympics Committee were really worried that restaurants might be tempted to increase their menu prices just for the Olympics. And so one of the programs that they created was a hospitality program where restaurants could promise basically to keep their menu prices as they had been for about the first 6 months of 1984. And if they made that promise, they received this pin that their staff could wear, and they could display this logo throughout their restaurant to advertise that they were part of this program. Even before the games began, there were all sorts of restaurants that were doing really interesting Olympic-related food. For example, during the Olympic Arts Festival, there was a pop-up called Outdoor Cafe. 10 restaurants were invited to contribute an entree to this menu. So we had, for example, this is Spago Spicy Beef Salad. The organizers of the Outdoor Cafe said they wanted these menus to emphasize the flavors of Los Angeles. When the LA Times reviewed these menus, though, they did question whether or not that goal had been achieved because, as they noted, some of these menus were quite similar to each other. The restaurants were cooking the same type of food, and most of them were located on the west side. The other thing that's interesting about these menus is right here on the bottom, you can see that a number of the produce was actually donated. And I think that really speaks to the way agriculture ended up being a big part of these Olympics. You can see from these menus other things that were served to the athletes during the Olympics. For example, on dinner for day one, there were two types of soup, chilled cherry and egg drop soup. You had couscous on the side, and you had right here kimchi, which apparently was the chocolate muffin of the '84 Olympics because it was extremely popular. Athletes apparently took that back to their rooms to eat, and they had it for breakfast. So these are the menus from the '84 Olympics. I'm really excited to see what restaurants will do in 2028 and also what the athletes will be eating during that time too.